Hello everybody, Mobius1 here, bringing you a video that I've kind of wanted to make for a while now. It's a little something different. As the title and the text up there says, this is a once you see it, you can't unsee it video. And what that means is I'm going to point something out that I'm sure I'm not the only one that's ever noticed this, but I have a feeling there are a lot of you that have not noticed this yet. And may have never noticed it, maybe because you simply don't care to notice it, or because it's not a big deal, but I can guarantee you that once you see this, you will not be able to unsee it. So, if you want to, if you live in a world where, like, Star Wars is perfect, and there were never any mistakes, which there were, let's be honest, tons of mistakes with Star Wars, but, if you live in a world where there are no mistakes and Star Wars is perfect, you may want to turn this video off, because I'm about to point out an inconsistency that has been driving me nuts for actually quite a while now. But I guess I just have to live with it. Anyway, so this started a little while ago. Back around the time The Force Awakens came out, they started releasing a bunch of really cool Star Wars toys. And I was lucky enough to pick up a couple die-cast figures, specifically this TIE Fighter. Now, I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but I want you to take a look at this TIE Fighter image we have up here. And actually, I have a couple TIE Fighter images that I can cycle through. Not all TIE Fighters, a couple different TIE Fighter models as well. But we'll start with this first one. And I want you to tell me, well, I guess you can't really tell me through the monitor, but I want you to see if you can point out the difference between the TIE Fighter in this image and the TIE Fighter in my hand. I'll hold it real close up to the camera. It may get a little blurry, and I don't have the best lighting in here. But do you guys notice anything? Maybe, I wish it would focus better. Specifically in the cockpit. Or how the, look at the panels on the cockpit right there. You notice how they may not, they're not exactly aligned the same way, are they? Let me go to this TIE Interceptor picture. Do you see how those glass panels are arranged there? And how they are not arranged on the toy? Now, luckily, the little plastic windshield on the toy is not glued in. It's actually just kind of resting in there, so I'm actually able to go in there and rotate it so that they are correctly aligned. But this piqued my curiosity, because it's weird that, like, it came with them the wrong way. And even though, like, I was looking at it and it felt wrong to me. And I was like, I had to pull up a picture of a TIE Fighter. I'm like, why does this look wrong? And then I realized it, and luckily I was able to fix it. But, like, what's really interesting, and we'll look at, like, these are just, like, 3D renders, but actually, here's a picture of, like, Darth Vader's TIE Advanced. Here's another picture of it. Like, these were the models, I believe this was the model that was actually used in A New Hope. If you look at it from the exterior, all exterior pictures of TIE Fighters have their windshields like this. But what do you think it looks like from the inside? Here's a picture from A New Hope, from inside Darth Vader's cockpit, looking at Luke's X-Wing in the trench. It's different. Look, do you see how, like, the bars, like, look, this bar here is vertical in the top, and you have perfectly horizontal bars on the sides. But here, you have glass at the top and bottom, and glass on the sides. Like, this forms like a stop sign kind of octagon in the middle, right? Like, this is the same shape as a stop sign. This isn't. It's tilted. It's rotated. Like, you have to... You see what I'm saying? Like, but it doesn't stop there. This was the picture from, A New Hope, also. When Wedge, or whoever it is, saves Luke. Same setup there. Even, look, this is Star Wars Battlefront, the new game that just came out. But even if you look at, I didn't get a picture of it, but if you look at the model of the TIE Fighter from the exterior, it's right. It's this way, the way it's supposed to be. But from the interior, it's wrong. This is a freelancer mod. I think it's called Free Worlds or something. It's wrong. This is from Jump to Lightspeed, the Galaxies mod. It's wrong. Like, as a matter of fact, even if we look at the only game that, as far as I know, that gets it right is TIE Fighter, the actual game TIE Fighter that I'm doing the series for, that came out in like 1993. This is one of the only games, and I know there are a couple others, I think, and some artist depictions or whatever that get it right, but this is one of the only games that I know of that actually gets it right. You can see the bar at the top, and it's not the perfect octagon, stop sign shape in the center. But even The Force Awakens, so this was actually kind of tricky. I couldn't find a really good shot of the interior of the cockpit from The Force Awakens, and I tried. This is an exterior shot. You can see it's done the right way with the bars vertically and horizontally. But here's a clip from the movie. This was the best facing forward out of the cockpit that I could find. There is one scene with when Finn and Poe are escaping the Star Destroyer that I kind of got a glimpse of it, but this is probably the best argument that I have. So this is the Millennium Falcon chase, and we get this real quick shot. There's the Millennium Falcon cockpit, and then right here, the TIE pilot tweaks something, and that was it. That was the one shot we get. This is the still. And you can't really tell perfectly, but I'm pretty sure it's wrong, because it looks like, first of all, the camera is kind of tilted a little bit this way, right? But it looks like this is the right side, this is the left side, which means this is flat, and this is flat, which means the bottom would be flat also, which means it's wrong. I don't know how they can do that. It's so easy to just look at it and say, okay, if I was sitting in this, what would it look like from the other side? How can they have messed this up for so long on so many, official things? I don't know. I wanted to share this with you and ruin TIE Fighter cockpits for you for the rest of the films to come, because I'm sure that if we do in episodes 8 or 9 or Rogue One or whatever, if we ever do get an interior cockpit shot of a TIE Fighter, you'll remember this video now. So I don't know. Feel free to share your comments below on how this is canonically possible, because TIE Fighter pilots sit in a rotating chair that can helps compensate for G-force or something. I don't know. All I know is if that's true, so many games have gotten it wrong. Just whatever. Yeah. Hope you found this video entertaining, and hope Star Wars isn't ruined for you completely. Thanks for watching. Mobius1 here. I'll see you next time.